There's a kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful, it feels loud. You sit alone, and suddenly your thoughts become impossible to ignore. Every distraction fades away, every noise disappears, and for the first time in a long while, it's just you and your mind. It feels uncomfortable because you're not used to hearing yourself this clearly. You start overthinking, remembering things you tried to forget, questioning everything. But what you don't realize yet is, this silence isn't here to break you. It's here to slow you down, to make you face yourself, and to help you reconnect with the person you've been running from. Then comes the phase where people slowly start disappearing from your life. Messages become shorter, calls stop coming, and the people you once felt close to begin to feel distant. It hurts, because you start thinking maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're not enough. But the truth is something deeper, not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Some people are only there for a certain chapter, and when that chapter ends, they leave. This loneliness feels like rejection, but in reality, it's redirection. Life is creating space around you, so you can grow into someone new without being held back by who you used to be. In this loneliness, you don't just sit alone, you meet a version of yourself you've been avoiding for a long time. Your mind starts replaying memories, your mistakes feel louder, and your fears come to the surface. It's overwhelming, sometimes even scary, because there's no one to distract you anymore. But this is where real growth begins, when you stop running and start facing everything within you. You begin to understand your pain, your patterns, and the reasons behind your struggles. Slowly, you realize that this phase isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. It's teaching you how to be strong on your own, how to think clearly, and how to rebuild yourself from the inside. There was a boy who once had everything: friends, laughter, constant noise around him. His days were full, and his nights were never quiet. But slowly, life changed. People got busy, some walked away, and suddenly he found himself alone in a way he had never experienced before. At first, he hated it. He tried to escape the silence, scrolling endlessly, distracting himself, hoping the feeling would go away. But it didn't. One day, he stopped running. He sat in that silence, and listened. He started understanding his own thoughts, his emotions, his pain. Days turned into weeks, and something shifted. The loneliness that once broke him, started building him. He became stronger, calmer, and more aware of who he truly was. And one day, he realized, that phase of loneliness wasn't the worst time of his life, it was the most important one. Slowly, something begins to change inside you. The same loneliness that once felt heavy, starts to feel a little lighter. You begin to rely less on people and more on yourself. The need for constant validation fades, and you stop waiting for someone to understand you. You start solving your own problems, calming your own mind, and handling your own emotions. It's not easy, but it's powerful. You realize that you don't need a crowd to feel complete. This phase teaches you independence in the purest form, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And without even noticing, you're becoming stronger than the person you used to be. One day, you sit alone, and it doesn't hurt anymore. The silence that once felt loud now feels peaceful. Your thoughts are no longer your enemy, they become your guide. You start enjoying your own company, doing things on your own, and feeling a sense of calm you never felt before. This is where everything shifts. You're no longer afraid of being alone, because you've discovered something rare, peace within yourself. And when you reach this point, you understand a powerful truth: loneliness was never meant to break you, it was meant to teach you how to feel whole on your own. After going through this phase, your perspective completely changes. You no longer chase people the way you used to. You start understanding that not everyone deserves your time, your energy, or your presence. You become more selective, more aware, and more protective of your peace. The same people who once felt important, don't hold the same value anymore. And it's not arrogance, it's growth. You've learned the hard way that your energy is limited, and not everyone should have access to it. This loneliness didn't just make you stronger, it made you wiser. You now see people for who they truly are, not who you hoped they would be. There was a girl who always feared being alone. She surrounded herself with people, noise, and constant conversations, just to avoid that empty feeling inside. But life has its own way of teaching lessons. Slowly, people left, situations changed, and she found herself alone in ways she never imagined. At first, it broke her. She felt lost, unwanted, and incomplete. But over time, something shifted. She stopped searching for others, and started discovering herself. She explored her thoughts, her dreams, her fears. She learned to sit with her emotions instead of running from them. And one day, she realized, she wasn't alone anymore. She had found the one person who would never leave her, herself. And in that moment, her loneliness turned into strength, her silence turned into peace, and her life began to feel whole again. After everything you've been through, you're not the same person anymore. The loneliness that once made you weak, has now made you unshakable. You've faced your darkest thoughts, your deepest fears, and you survived all of it on your own. Now, small problems don't break you the way they used to. You don't panic, you don't chase, and you don't depend on others for your happiness. There's a quiet strength inside you, the kind that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. You've built a version of yourself that can stand alone, no matter what life throws at you. And that is power. One day, you'll look back at this phase, and you'll understand everything. The loneliness, the silence, the pain, it all had a purpose. It wasn't there to destroy you, it was there to transform you. You'll see how much you've grown, how strong you've become, and how different you are from the person you once were. And in that moment, you won't feel sadness, you'll feel gratitude. Because that lonely phase gave you something rare, a deep connection with yourself. And once you have that, you'll never feel truly alone again. This is the new you, stronger, wiser, and finally at peace.